10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing? I feel like it's been so long since we've talked because it's been a whole 7 hours. So welcome back, everybody. What's up, firefighter?
Oh, you know, living, processing.
I mean, you know, it's more than some people are doing nowadays.
Eliminating the bug threat.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was playing Helldivers before the chat.
What? Okay. So, help me out here. What's this Helldivers thing with the shooter? Do you know anything about that?
Seriously good game. So basically take it as if they combined like the Terminator, Starship Troopers, and I want to say, because the third faction you fight against kind of reminds me of the Covenant, and smushed it all together.
Okay, no, I understand that. I'm talking about the Charlie Kirk shooter.
Oh. That
people are saying that something that he wrote on one of the bullets has something to do with Helldivers. That's why I was asking. I don't know.
From what I've seen, because I listened to that press release, two of the things have to do with the gay/trans community and the furry community.
Yeah, I mean, I got that part, but I guess one of the things he wrote, I don't know what, because I've never played Helldivers.
Because I know in Helldivers they refer to the bugs as fascists.
Okay, maybe that's all it is.
But I know what he had written on the rounds. One of them said, "Catch this, fascist," but a lot of the stuff he had written on his cartridges were either furry / LGBTQ whatever adjacent and Antifa. Like
I knew that. I was just wondering about the Helldivers reference because I mean I remember I watched, you know, we did a live show this morning when the governor and Kash Patel and everybody came out and was, you know, doing the whole press conference and stuff, and we watched it live.
Yeah, no.
And he said all the stuff that was written on the ammo. I don't remember what all of it was. Some of it I didn't understand what it was, so I didn't know if maybe that was.
Let me pull it up.
I have no idea. Oh, Dino in the chat saying someone says "catch this" is the Helldiver reference. Okay, something to do with a weapon in the game. Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard that line said in Helldivers.
Okay. I don't know. Never played Helldivers. I would like to. I've heard it's a really good game. But I have not played Helldivers.
The great thing is it has crossplay. So if I'm playing it on my Xbox and you're playing it on your PC, we can link up and run missions together.
Okay. Well, I'd like to play, but I was just curious about that whole thing because I had no idea what the hell any of that was referring to. So I'm like, I don't know anything about Helldivers or.
Catch this has never been mentioned in Helldivers.
Okay, who knows? I was just curious because I heard that today and I was like, okay, weird, but ultimately doesn't fucking matter. Dude's fucking an indoctrinated, fucking psychotic, childless, fucking left-wing loon job, which ultimately is the issue, not whatever the fuck he wrote on his shit. But It is. You know, I mean, let's be honest.
Here, it's the up arrow, right arrow, 3 down arrow symbol.
Up arrow, right arrow, 3 arrow down symbol. Okay.
Yeah, because that's how you call in like certain strikes is by mashing on your D-pad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, cool. I mean, not cool, but you know what I mean. I was just curious what the fuck it was. I think it is safe to say now the left-wing liberal agenda does encourage assassinations. I think we're there now at this point. And I don't say that because the guy was left-wing. By the way, if you don't know the guy was left-wing, it was not only confirmed by the shit that was written on the bullets, not only confirmed by his social media, but also confirmed by his family and one of his friends who are the ones that turned him in. So anybody out there trying to tell you this guy's not left-wing is one of two things. They're straight up fucking retarded and don't have 2 brain cells to rub together, or they are desperately gaslighting you in an effort to try and defend their beliefs in the face of all this shit that's going on. Those are the only 2 explanations at this point, because either way it's not true. So they're either stupid or they're lying if they don't think this person was left-wing and motivated specifically by left-wing ideology to do what he did. That is the specific reason that he did what he did, was because of the left-wing ideology. So if anybody out there tries to tell you different, tell them to go fuck themselves. Because yeah, they really should go fuck themselves. I mean, I think that's the only solution at that point, to deal with that level of fucking mental retardation or just outright lying, whatever it ends up actually being for that particular person. So, but yet here we are, and we are dealing with the aftermath. I don't really know what more there is as far as all this stuff to say. I mean, we've been talking about it for 2 days straight. The confirmation.
I know this, they're now trying to paint his assassin as right wing, and all the left pundits are now trying to be like, "Oh, we never said all these inflammatory things." Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and it's all out there on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and YouTube Shorts and fucking Facebook Reels and all this shit, and it's on TikTok, and every fucking hateful thing that they've said is all out there. Not to mention the fact that you look at this, and another reason why I say you can very, very safely say that it is the left-wing liberal agenda that encourages this, is because outside of some politicians and shit who don't want to lose their fucking jobs, most liberals out there posting on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and whatever else are out there cheering and acting fucking psychotic about
and
this.
a ton of them,
so they haven't changed. They're not. It's not like they're all of a sudden like, oh yeah, no, we don't encourage this. No, they're like, fuck yeah, glad somebody did it. He fucking deserved it.
Can I say something? One thing too.
Of course.
Something that everybody is getting wrong when media outlets, even people supporting Charlie. Charlie did not get killed for his political views. He got killed for the fucking lies told about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people were saying he was a Nazi, he was a fascist, that
Racist.
He wanted to eradicate trans people, that he wanted to re-enslave black people, All kinds of crazy ass fucking shit.
Retarded Stephen King, but he wanted to stone gays to death.
Yeah.
He had to retract that. He's begging people to forgive him now. He said, I read something on Twitter, didn't fact check it. No fucking shit. None of those fucking people fact check anything. They believe anything the left say anything about anybody can.
Because they want to believe it. They want to believe it.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just very, very evident that this ideology is straight up encouraging this shit, because, again, outside of a few politicians and political pundits who are afraid to like lose their jobs and their money and their votes and all the things that they could lose because of this, the vast majority of the people you are seeing on social media are absolutely thrilled about this. Like they're like jumping for joy about this. They love that this fucking happened.
Oh, and I'm loving the fact that they're recording their freakouts when they're losing their jobs over it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Yes. I should not be enjoying seeing their reactions to them losing their jobs, but I am. Why?
Oh, I'm not going to apologize for it wasn't so bit. I'm glad to see them losing their jobs. It's some accountability.
I am too.
How many times they went after conservatives for no reason and getting them fired?
Yep.
Made up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they would flood their businesses over stuff that never happened, and the jobs would let them go because of pressure on the crazy left.
Yep.
And I want to see receipts from all these weirdos trying to say they're getting death threats. Nobody's showing proof.
I haven't seen any proof yet. However, I will say, I do anticipate it, because as I said before, they have just successfully killed the moderate right.
Yep.
You have just made a lot of moderate right-wingers, radical right-wingers, and you just made a lot of radical right-wingers something you don't want to fuck with.
Yep.
Not to mention, I heard it stated this way to a lot of the people that were in his TPUSA organization on college and high school campuses.
Mm-hmm.
They basically killed a proud big brother figure to those people.
Yeah.
So imagine all the next generation of conservatives who now are like, we're going scorched earth.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, the right has turned their cheek for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because think about it, we've always been the side of like, hey, let's talk this out, let's come to a compromise. They took down the one guy who is the front for us to have our discussions.
Oh, he was, we talked about this earlier today, but out of all the people, all the right-wing political pundits out there, that, whether it's Ben Shapiro, Glenn Beck, all this stuff, right? And many, many, many more. Charlie Kirk was the one that was the face of let's talk it out so that it doesn't get to violence.
Yep.
And you just took out that one dude. So, yeah. Not fucking smart. Not smart. And look, I'm not sitting here fucking, saying this was some planned fucking thing or whatever, or that, would that certain people who were going to attempt to do something horrible like this had a chance to think about it, they might have gone, oh, let's not him. How about not him? How about somebody else? But the ideology pushed it, and there was going to be somebody out there who would fucking act on it, and somebody did.
Hell, they've acted on this before. Remember that guy that got shot for the Trump hat in Portland?
Oh yeah, yeah, shot right in the chest.
Majority Leader Scalise, if I remember his name right.
Scalise, and people talk about the quote unquote Scalise shooting. What a lot of people forget. This happened in 2017, Trump's first term. Is that guy, that left-wing nut job that did that? He wasn't just trying to kill Steve Scalise. He went to a baseball field where a third of Congress, all Republicans, were at a baseball game. They were having a congressional baseball game, and was trying to take out as many fucking Republican congressmen as possible. Now, a couple people got winged and stuff like that, and Steve Scalise was the one that genuinely got pretty badly hurt. He didn't die, but he got pretty badly hurt. So they call it the Steve Scalise shooting. But it was like the dude wasn't just trying to shoot him.
Yeah.
He was trying to shoot an entire crowd of fucking Republican congressmen and women.
I saw sheer like fucking like a audacity of like the media, left media, when they're like the people were telling us to cool it down. It's like, oh, what about the Democrat Congress people that got killed in Michigan? I mean, Missouri, by a left wing crazy. Yeah. They're like, no, what wasn't? No, what? Yes, he worked for Tim Walz and had no King's paperwork pamphlets in his car.
Yeah. Like, these people are fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid.
The CNN just looked at yesterday, but like 75% of political violence is from the right, only 4% from the left.
Which is not even close to true. There is no statistics to back that up.
Yep.
Whatsoever.
Tim Pool was showing like where they're pulling this shit from. NGO is labeling things wrong as right wing when it's not.
Oh yeah, the ADL.
Yeah. They got 3 categories putting all like right wing to fake the numbers.
Yep.
It's like a government violence is all like listed as right wing.
It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm genuinely concerned about what comes next. And I'm not so much concerned about another left-wing shooter nut job doing this, although I think that is going to happen.
Well, I'm
concerned how the right's going to react to this and how they're going to end up doing some crazy ass fucking shit. And look, it's not that I'm like, I don't understand, but that doesn't mean I want it to fucking happen. I don't want to live in that fucking world where we're bordering on an actual fucking civil war.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it got overshadowed, but the Colorado school shooting is another trans shooter.
Yep.
That happened on the same day or the day after Charlie.
The same day within like 2 hours.
As soon as I saw like that pop up, it was like, was it related?
Yeah.
Because I saw someone that made a post that's like, I don't get what the big deal about Charlie Kirk getting murdered when the same day kids were shot at another school, making like.
Which, by the way, like, yeah, because it's the same ideology. So
I'm
whichever one you want to fucking pick, it's the same shit.
Yep.
And not to mention, they fudge school shooting numbers so badly that anything within 400 yards of a school is a school shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, you've seen too with what they were doing during the Biden administration. You're looking at, it was like they have records of it where they were classifying non-white people as white people in violent crimes.
Mm-hmm.
They were people who were Hispanic or black as marked them as white to change the crime numbers.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it to be racial or anything, but that's what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, because
And I got this to
they
say-
they want the narrative to be that it's right-wing white people that commit all the violence, which we just know is just statistically not true.
Yep.
Whether it's political violence or
and-
whether it is fucking gang violence or just random acts of violence or whatever the fuck it is, that's just not true in any of those cases. In any of those scenarios, it is not true that it is white and or right-wing people that are the majority of the. That's not that they're majority of these things. That's not to say that that does not happen. Of course it does.
Yeah.
There's fucking nut jobs everywhere in every group of people.
Oh, it's like, one thing where they was faking those numbers. We're saying like 75% like political violence is like a right wings, like they were leaving out crime statistics out of that whole thing. They were leaving out gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
most
classifying
violence.
Classifying everything done by Antifa and all that shit as right wing.
Yep.
And not to mention, most inner city gun violence comes from what? Gangs.
Oh, that's a myth. What are you talking about?
It's where most of the violence period comes from in this country.
Yeah. If you take out the crime statistics out of these big blue cities controlled by the Democrat leaders, our gun listing like our numbers in gun violence we'd be like down at the bottom. It's all these blue states with high gun control.
I think they said there's 9 large blue cities in the country that if you took them out, and it's like Chicago, New York, Houston, LA, Baltimore. I can't remember all of them, but it's these 9. No, not even 9. It's 7. Sorry, it's 7 of these blue cities. If you took them off, we go from like, I think we're at like 26th in shootings and murder to like 120 something on the list. So, I mean, yeah. Again, the left-wing agenda equates to death and destruction and assassinations and all these things. Whatever way you look at it, whether you want to look at it from a political point of view and what these politicians and people do to the cities that they control and the states that they control, if you want to look at it from the ideological perspective, where you get things like what happened with Charlie Kirk, where it's an ideological push that edges somebody to the point of actually doing that. Whatever way you want to look at it, the left-wing liberal agenda in this country now at this point that is being pushed by the progressives and by the Democrats leads to death and destruction. That's where it's at now at this point. That's just a fact. No matter how you fucking slice it up, statistically, that's a fucking fact.
I saw somebody didn't bring up like they're trying to go back to find right-wing violence. There's that nonsense where Nancy Pelosi's husband got attacked by the gay Canadian illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
They're still trying to say that was right-wing.
Yeah, they're trying to say it was a right-wing political attack. No, it wasn't. He was a fucking male whore that they were doing drugs.
And he had like a black, and the place he was living in, Black Lives Matter, and the gay pride flags, and
it was not right-wing political violence. I don't even think it was political violence. I don't think politics had anything to do with that attack.
Exactly. It was Mel Garvin, male prostitute.
So
didn't he get life in prison for that too?
That I don't know.
I didn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. Ridiculously hilarious when they were trying to pin that on the right wing people.
Yeah.
It's because everybody was making fun of he got attacked by his gay lover.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we are.
Dino, that's what we were saying earlier. Like the media was trying to say that those Democrats were shot by a right wing in Minnesota, and it was somebody worked for Tim Walz and had no King's pamphlets all over his car because that Democrat went against the grain and voted against the other Democrats, so she was executed. That was the whole reason she got killed. She voted against giving benefits to illegals. She went against her party, and they killed her for it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on with the Democrats right now. If you don't vote with the rest of them, I wouldn't doubt they'd probably try to kill John Fetterman.
It would not surprise me at all. That dude,
he's the most. I would have thought he was a crazy left wing when he got elected, but he's been the most moderate centrist Democrat in the entire Senate.
I mean, maybe that brain tumor fucking fixed something.
Maybe because he don't sound like the same person that he was before he ran.
No.
He is
like he literally physically doesn't sound like the same person either.
Yeah.
Like they say his voice has changed, his demeanor's changed. Like he's become that tumor and all the surgery and shit he had, like legitimately made him a different person. I think that's what it is. Cause there's plenty of precedent when, things like that happen, whether it's an accident or a disease or something like that people's personalities start to change.
Oh yeah, like that.
So, yeah, and his personality she started changing into a Republican. Not quite. He ain't there yet, but
but he's the most rational one out of the whole bunch.
That's pretty fucking crazy when the dude who had fucking tumors and shit and surgeries and all this stuff is the most rational Democrat.
His policies before he had the tumor, though, super woke and progressive.
Yeah. Fucking weird, dude. Oh,
maybe almost dying kind of changes perspective too.
Maybe. I mean, that could be part of it. Yeah, that could be it. Who knows? I mean, it's a fucking weird ass fucking thing. The whole party's fucking weird and fucked up and violent and.
Well, the Republicans finally pulled the nuclear option and got rid of changed the majority for getting Trump's cabinet members in, because Democrats were still holding. We were 8 months in. We still don't have his full cabinet.
Yeah,
because they keep playing games, wanting to get him. They're mad because he took away all their money from USAID.
Several other organizations too.
That's just touching dropping the hat, the dropping the bucket. What it means, but what's these two-faced Democrats like Schumer talking about we should come together and stop the rhetoric. I saw you on fucking camera 2 days before Kirk got killed, calling Trump and the Republicans evil.
Yep.
At a press conference. That's why this happened. Non-stop.
The only reason they're saying that kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
The only reason they're saying that kind of stuff is now they're scared, right?
Yep.
Look at all of them that have mentioned anything in the last 24 hours about cooling it down, calming the rhetoric. They're all scared, right? Even Chunky Yogurt's nephew.
Well, it's not stopping the media though.
So
the media is still doing shit. The CNN's lying about Charlie Kirk. The BBC's called him a Nazi on the air. Called him a Nazi.
Oh yeah.
I know. Chunk Yogurt, his nephew Hassan. He straight out he just straight up said it. He straight out came out and said it. He's like, look, we need to stop talking like this, because he's like, what y'all don't understand is now that this has happened, he's like, I'm next, because now it's going to be some right winger and they're going to come after me. Like, he just straight upset. He just fucking admitted it. Like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, you're probably right, because he is. I don't think he wasn't as big as Charlie Kirk or anything.
Yeah, I'm expecting something. One thing I wouldn't put past too, some of these outside agitators outside the country, like people like Soros and all those, assassinating someone on the left to push a farther divide.
Yeah.
Well, Hassan's still saying horrible shit about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Oh no, he definitely.
Well,
is.
and that was gonna be my next question. Who's gonna hit next?
I hope nobody, man. I hope this shocks the shit out of so many people that nothing happens. But honestly, it would not surprise me if either side had some nut job come out of the woodwork and do something.
Well, you already got left wingers wanting, like, fixed up list who to kill next.
Yeah.
Listen, I live in a pretty small town, and I was walking through Walmart 20 minutes ago, and there was two guys that worked in electronics who were reading off the stuff that was etched on his ammo out loud. And I was like, oh my God, if it's in this little bitty town, it's bad. Yeah. It's worse than I thought.
One of the things too, they're acting like, we don't know what his motivations were. And it's like, it's got Antifa, left-wing LGBT stuff engraved on the bullets.
Yeah.
The three arrows, that's the symbol for Antifa.
See, they're trying to, they're hoping, and I think they'll be successful to an extent. They'll certainly be successful on the left. They're hoping to continue to just fucking lie, so that you can convince half the fucking country that no, we don't know the motivations of this guy. Which is why I think it was very important, and I was very impressed, and honestly quite surprised, because usually this does not happen in situations like this, but I think it had to do with the Utah governor being a Republican. But I was very impressed and surprised that they actually just right there in the press conference were like, yep, he had plenty of fucking trans and anti-fascist shit on his ammo, and this is exactly what it said. On this bullet it said this, and on this bullet it said this, and on this, like, I was like, holy shit. Because, you know, most of the time we don't get nothing, right? They don't tell us anything because they're usually trying to hide it. And I think that is, I think that's why they didn't, like, what with the manhunt and everything else, until it was time to fucking say, he's caught, we're doing a press conference. I think that's why they kept everything really, really fucking quiet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Granted, it didn't take that long, because a lot of times this kind of stuff happens in, you know, I mean, what was it? The shooting, the trans shooting at that school from, Jesus, has it been 2 years already at this point? Been close to 2 years now at this point at that Catholic school. Even after the pages from the diary or manifesto or whatever it is leaked, they still, dude, nobody said a fucking thing.
Oh yeah,
like
they
local
were
cops, local PD, dude, to this day, even though we've all seen the fucking diary, they have never come out and admitted that it was left-wing ideology that pushed that shit.
Yep. Oh, I've seen something that popped up on. I've been unfollowing so many whack jobs on Instagram. Just the community I follow, and there's so many retards in that. Just celebrating.
Oh yeah.
I saw one pop up. There's one of the things they're trying to push, like to distract the left. They posted a lie about some state trying to put segregation back into place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They will do anything to hide what they're fucking try to distract from what's actually happening.
And what's funny is there are people stupid enough to fucking believe.
Oh, the guy reposted it was believing it, so yeah. You said Project 25 wasn't going to happen, but here it is.
God damn it. Some people are just outrageous fucking morons.
And not to mention, this whole event has caught and people celebrating his passing. I've seen a lot on like all kinds of social media where people were making videos being like, look, my party I voted for, I was a vote blue no matter who. Well, I'm walking away from it. You guys are crazy.
I've been seeing those too. They're all over Twitter right now. Like the people like, I voted for Kamala, and I've always been like left wing, but I'm not anymore. From now on, I'm going to vote Republican.
Yep. I don't think it's happening enough, unfortunately.
No,
it is nice.
Those were the moderates that were still teetering.
Yeah.
So yeah, Matt, I think you're right. I think moderate anything.
I think everybody was left to center. Just right at that center line, this pushed them over.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's someone in the comments that's saying, isn't Project 2025 happening though? No, it's not.
Nope.
Project 2025. How is it happening? Project 2025 is not even a fucking like Republican political thing.
Nope, it is not.
It was the
Christian think tank.
Yeah, it was some think tank that is not like it was such a fucking like it was such a fucking bullshit fucking thing because it was some think tank. What fucking was it? It was American Freedom Foundation or so. I can't remember what think tank came up with this agenda, right? And they're like, oh, it's Trump's agenda. And then Trump came out, like, I don't know, 27,000 times during the election is like, hey, look, I know these people, but this is their thing. This is not my agenda. This isn't my deal. Like, they're doing their own thing. They're putting down a list of things they think the country needs. I get it. And he even came out and said, he's like, some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. And he's like, at least from what I've read, but I haven't read the whole thing. He's like, it's not my agenda. It is not my administration's agenda. So I don't know why you keep asking me about this fucking thing. Because it was not a Republican Party platform. It wasn't a Trump administration agenda. Project 2025 was just a fucking thing that some think tank came up with. And there's stuff in there that some Republicans agree with and some stuff in there that some Republicans don't agree with. And it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. There's no, like, it's not an official fucking party or administration plan or platform for anything.
Yep.
It's because they needed to do very fine people, right? They ran with very fine people for years. And when that died down, that was the next thing to latch onto, especially in the middle of an election.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's not forget that with Mr. Kirk's passing, the Democrats are already using his death to try to push for gun control.
Oh, absolutely.
And I got this to say to the party that says they're tolerant but calls everybody on the right fascists and Nazis and that we deserve harm. Fuck you.
Well,
we're not giving up our guns.
Here's the thing. Republicans say firearms are for like hunting, sports, self-defense. The people who say they're for killing are the Democrats because they use them for killing people.
I mean, yeah.
We need to quit calling them Republicans.
The whole thing about gun control and them was projection. They're willing to kill people for their ideals. We're not.
We need to quit calling them Republicans because they're Republicans.
I do find it funny that. Sorry, what? No, I was just saying I do find it
because they're Republican. They can't do anything.
Yeah. I do find it funny that the party that fucking talks about how fascists are going to take over the entire country and you can't trust the police and we need to defund the police are also saying, oh yeah, and by the way, take all the guns away. What are you, a fucking retard? Like, if you really believe that shit, don't you want to be armed? If you really think the country is going to turn into a fascist Nazi regime and that you cannot trust the police to do anything good, which, by the way, I kind of agree with that. Why do you want people why do you want the government to take all the fucking guns? Are you a fucking retard? Have you never fucking read a history book? The fuck is wrong with you?
As the communists would always say, the left is useful idiots.
I guess.
That's the thing they do on like communist and socialist countries before they come in power. Get rid of the guns. Get rid of free speech.
Yep. Before they're grabbing you up off the streets, throwing you on a train car.
Well, look what's happened in the UK. It's pretty much become a...
Before there were guns, kings, emperors
Sword
did
control.
the same thing. They would take all the fucking swords and the crossbows. They would take the weapons away from the people so that they could then fucking enslave them and make sure only their people had the fucking weapons. Long before there were guns. This is a tried and true tactic that governments do. Any government that's like, we should disarm the people, you should be very, very fucking distrusting of that fucking government every goddamn time.
If you want to see a fascist regime coming into power, look what they're doing in the UK. Yeah. That is total fascism.
Well, they don't see it as fascism if it's their fascism.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like all these Antifa fucks, right? Like, they don't understand literally what they're doing is the same thing the fucking browncoats were doing in fucking Germany.
Which then rise to SS.
Like, this is what they were fucking doing. They're fucking partaking in fascist activities when they try and silence speech and go to college campuses to fucking surround somebody who's trying to fucking talk about their ideals and things like that. And they're trying to shut them down and call the cops and get them kicked out of places and trying to have them lose their like that's. Well,
look what happened around
that
the
is
games.
What fascists do.
Yeah.
So
look what they did with Riley Gaines at one time. Like if the security had to lock her in a room where they were going to kill her.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, I got a super chat here from Tara. Says, read my comment. Okay, hold on. Let me find your comment here. Where's your comment? Let's see. Looks like all the messages on the ammo were gaming references and an immature homophobic insult. Is this just an immature kid or is there a message in it? No, I mean, he was... I mean, I don't know about any gaming references.
No, two of them were definitely LGBT/furry adjacent.
Yep.
Two things could be true at the same time as well.
True. That. Yeah. True. That.
No.
But this person, fuck it, I don't want to call his killer a person. This monster was also 22 years old. So yeah, you could still be immature and childish at 22, but you also know by now if you were raised.
I mean, look, his family and his friend are the ones that turned him in. Okay, yep. And his family and his friend straight up said they talked about this today. His family and his friend were like, yes, they said his politics had shifted severely left in the last few years. He had his friend was like, yeah, he had become a left-wing radical. Like, even if his references also had something to do with gaming, which again, I don't know if they did or not, because I don't know what references those are. Clearly he was left-wing, so.
I saw a post where somebody translated them.
And if you look at his booking photos, to quote Quinn from Jaws, soulless beady eyes. Yeah, that's the first thing while I was watching the coverage. Well, listening to the coverage at work. Yeah, do you know how much I was cussing myself out, Matt, when I got that link from you? And I'm like, I can't answer, Matt. I'm at work.
I figured it was very last minute. Like I set up the chat as soon as I found out that they had caught the guy and that they were about to go. They were about to do the press conference. I immediately set up the chat for 10 minutes, in 10 minutes after that. So it was very last minute. I'm surprised Night Strike even showed up. So yeah, it was not something that was planned. So, but we did watch the entire press conference. But yeah, it wasn't. I assumed most people were at work and couldn't join. So, but I sent out the links anyway just in case. So,
in the private chat, I put where people translated the inscriptions.
Let's see. Notices bulges, OWO, Gen Z phrase in the furry community.
I separated them out where they're easier to read down below.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking Bella Ciao fucking song, which is a anti-fascist song that I knew about. Catch This Fascist. Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao. If you read this, you are gay. LMAO. Conspiracy videos accusing Trump and his allies of secretly being gay. Often use this phrase to mock them. Yeah.
I feel like OWO is the furry stuff.
Yeah, the furry thing. I don't fucking know.
I feel like this is the beginning of QAnon for the left.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, you mean QAnon wouldn't already left?
Fucking maybe. QAnon. QAnon is a fucking. You want to get into QAnon for a second here? QAnon is a fucking left-wing fucking troll, is what that shit.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I know. QAnon's a left-wing fucking troll. Whoever it is, or I'm sure. I think it's definitely more than one person.
Oh yeah.
Was a person or group of people that were left-wing trolls that were trying to just make up crazy-ass shit to see what retards on the right would fucking believe.
It could have been also to the South, too.
Maybe. I just think it was people fucking trolling, honestly.
Yeah.
I remember when QAnon shit first started coming out, and I was having conversations with Honda about this. Honda, who is, we all know what level of conspiracy theorist he is. And even we both agreed, and just Honda agreed, QAnon fucking shit was fucking insane. That shit was fucking crazy. Like, you had to be a real mental midget to believe any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Matt.
Yes.
I posted in the private chat why I think they are saying it's a reference to Helldivers is because if you click that link, you'll see why the way you call in your like strikes and all that, you use the D-pad.
The up, down, down. Yeah, the codes. Okay, yeah.
With up,
yeah,
right,
but none of the strategic stratagems match what they're saying was on one of the
when they were reading off the arrows, that's what made me think about, like, is that like cheat codes? I was like, up, down, down, left,
they said it was
right.
Up arrow, down arrow, and 3 right pointing arrows, but none of them match that way.
Right. Oh, up, right, and 3 down. Up, right, 3 down. That's Eagle Bomb. A large bomb obliterating almost any target close to impact.
Matt, I'm going to hop off and get the other one started.
Okay. I'll be there in a minute. All right. Well, whatever. Fun times we live in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know where to go with this.
Oh,
Have there even been any other news going on in the world in the last 48 hours? Because I haven't heard anything. Everything I've seen has to do with this. I'm sure there has to be, right?
Yeah, I haven't even heard anything about whatever happened at the Naval Academy last night.
I mean, it was a potential threat, but nobody. It turned out like nobody was actually like shot or anything like that. I think they did catch somebody who they thought was potentially going to do something, but nothing actually happened.
So it was someone trying to cause panic.
Either that or there might have actually been somebody on the base that might have made threats, but didn't actually do anything. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Naval Academy is considered a naval base. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dieter says Kirk Shooter is a groyper, not a left-wing radical. Not according to his family and friends. So. Guy that comments says drones with anti-tank charges are a human right.
I mean, hell, Poland invoked Article 4 of the NATO Charter. That's the only other news I know that happened this week. Because Russia sent like 20 drones into Polish airspace, and the Polish Air Force shot them down. And if anything should be getting poked right now, it's definitely not Poland.
Yeah, no. Poland's like the
little European Texas.
Yeah, they're like the biggest preppers in fucking Europe, man. Well, I mean, you'd have to be living next to fucking Russia like that. You know what I mean?
And Russia's little puppet buddy, Belarus.
Yeah. So, anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for me to get out of here. I have the other chat I've got to get to and get started on that one. We will do another chat tomorrow. Be sure to come back for that. I'm going to cut the fuck up out of here. We will see you guys next time. You guys have fun. Deuces, yo. Shall not pee in fridge. All that good shit. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.